Customer service is the cornerstone of a great restaurant experience. But what does that mean exactly? While each customer's preferences are different, there are a few markers that stand out. I personally would tell you that if I find a beautiful, organized restaurant, a well-set table, I would dine there every evening, trust me. Welcome to the Big Kitchen, where big meals are made with a lot of love and passion. We are at Lake Victoria Granada Hotel, one of the best hotels in Entebbe, and today we're going to show you how they set a table. In case you want to host a dinner party at your home, you've invited family and friends, they are going to show us exactly what you have to do to make your table look beautiful. Enjoy. We are finally here on a very lovely, beautiful table setup. Trust me, I would sit here every day, eat my food, drink, take my tea, the bites and everything. I'm going to be joined shortly by one of the waiters that serves customers here, and I really can't wait to have a chat with him and see what he says about what makes Lake Victoria Granada Hotel different from the rest of the hotels in Entebbe. In the meantime, I'll take my seat and wait for him to join me shortly, and later I'll be joining the buffet line. Maybe get myself something to eat and enjoy.
You're most welcome, madam.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I've got you this a la carte menu.
Okay.
For you. Okay, we have, this is a bar list containing some soft drinks and hard drinks.
Okay.
You can go through that, and then you get a drink order.
Perfect.
Then on top of that, we have an a la carte menu. You can also go through it.
Okay. And
So
I choose what I want to have.
You choose what you want.
Interesting.
All right.
Interesting. All right. I'm joined by the waiter here, and these are the menus, guys. We have the a la carte restaurant menu, and we also have the bar card menu, and the buffet as well, by the way. So I can't forget about the buffet. Please join me on the table.
Thank you.
Yeah. Join me on the table and explain to me what these things are, why we have all this on the table. You know, someone watching out there would love to know how to set up a beautiful table in case he or she hosts a dinner party at their house. So we would love to know exactly what these are. Of course, some of the things that we have here are the forks, the knives, and but you know, I don't know. We have is this the water glass or something? So you need to explain that to us. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm
You're most
all right.
welcome to Granada, Lake Victoria Hotel.
Thank you very much.
I extend my thanks to UBC, the big work they are doing. So I'm glad that you're here.
Absolutely. What's your name?
I'm Vincent,
Vincent?
working in service.
Vincent who?
Kayondo.
Kayondo.
Right.
Mwami Kayondo. You are Emulangira?
Exactly.
You see how I know these things, eh? Mwami Kayondo. Thank you for joining us on the table. This is a very beautiful table setup.
Thank you.
Anyone can have dinner here or
Right.
lunch or whatever they want. But someone watching there would like to know what makes a beautiful table setup, dinner table setup.
Now, what makes a table look beautiful and nice for either lunch or dinner? So I think we shall simply go by the setup we've made today. This is a 3-course menu,
Right.
whereby we shall be having some salads, the main course, and the desserts.
Right.
So basing on what we are seeing right now, we have a soup spoon on our right, as you can see,
Okay.
from our right.
Okay.
That's what we are beginning with.
Is this the one?
Exactly.
Okay.
Specifically for the soup
So it's supposed to be on the right specifically?
Exactly, it has to be on the right-hand side.
All right.
Then we have the second knife.
Right.
So it will specifically be for the salads.
Okay.
So I've talked about the 3-course menu.
Right.
We shall be having soup, salad, then the desserts.
Right.
So we shall simply begin with our soup using the soup spoon on our right. So how can you tell the difference between the soup, maybe soup spoon, then the dessert spoon? When you check our soup spoon, it's a little bit oval, as you can see, specifically to scoop the soup, and then you take, as you can see, it is oval.
Right.
This is for the soup. Then we have our first knife. This first knife matches with the first fork on our left, as you can see, these ones.
Okay.
So we shall simply use them for the second course. That will be the salads.
Okay.
Then we have this joint knife and the joint fork. These two, the fork and the knife, will specifically be used for the main course. Okay. That is, it could be like chicken, beef, depending on what you've ordered. Then, thirdly, we have what we call the dessert cover.
Okay.
So you can see the dessert fork and the dessert spoon.
So these are the ones here?
Exactly.
Okay.
So like when you're setting, you have to make sure that you begin at least with the fork, as you can see, facing on the right-hand side, as you can see. Then the spoon has to face on the left-hand side.
Why is that?
Okay. If we
Is that your own?
Not our, this is the standard.
This is the standard?
Yeah, it is an international style. Whether you go to England or where, that is the standard setup.
Interesting.
The Big Kitchen.
So this one is specifically for scooping like puddings. Okay. Then this one maybe like for melons and pineapples. I understand some time back they used to have that old setup of putting a knife here, but that one was put aside because we have qualified chefs who can slice those fruits like in a nice way, of which you simply need a spoon and a fork.
Right.
We have our glass here. This one is specific. It's called the water glass, specifically for like water. So once a client comes in, what you're supposed to provide first, it has to be water.
Okay.
Yeah, it can be like a welcome drink. Okay. So before you do any other thing, like you have to first give water. We've put, this is a wine glass. This one is specifically for white.
This is a wine glass?
Exactly.
Interesting.
And the difference between that and the red wine glass, this one is a little bit smaller, as you can see.
Okay.
Then this one is for red. It's a little bit bigger, as you can see.
So you have a smaller one and a bigger one.
And the bigger one.
So this is for plain, is it plain wine or whatever?
Yeah, white wine, then the other one is
red wine.
So
the red wine goes into the bigger glass.
Exactly.
And then this is the water glass.
Exactly.
Is it the same glass you use to serve soda or something else?
Yeah.
Juice?
It's a multi-purpose glass.
Multi-purpose
it
glass.
can be used to serve water, juice, but if you can get like a better glass for serving juice and then you make it fancy, then
but
that's
you
the best.
can you also have, if you don't have those glasses, you can also have your wine in this glass.
If like, okay,
yeah, like you don't have the glasses in here.
Okay, I understand. Sometimes we do face such scenarios. The person tells you, no, I cannot use a wine glass because maybe like my wife is seeing me. Could you please put the wine? Maybe you can somehow do that depending on
from their wife.
Exactly. Sometimes, but those are rare cases.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Right. So
okay. So what are these? Are these for? These side plates, are they called side plates or sauces or something?
Those are side plates, as you can see. So if you check our side plate, we have butter. This is a butter knife. Okay. When you're placing this butter knife, you don't just place it anywhere on the plate. Okay. It has a specific part. Yeah, I understand I've been talking about the knife on this side plate, as you can see. We have butter and this knife. The knife is smaller than other knives we've seen. This knife is specifically for bread and butter. So first of all, okay, the reason why we've put it on the right-hand side, as you can see, not in the middle or the other left-hand side. So when someone places an order, like for soup, automatically we do serve soup together with bread rolls and butter at the same time. So you bring your bread roll, place it here. So when a client wants to smear butter on the bread, he will simply pick the bread using his left, as you can see.
Right.
Like this. Let's assume that this is the bread roll. He will simply pick like this, and he will be using his right to pick this butter knife, slice it into two, gets the butter, scoops it out,
Right.
smear on the bread, then he will have the bread. That's the reason why we simply take it, put it on the right-hand side for easy picking using the right, because it has to be the right hand to pick the knife, because it is stronger than the left.
Right.
Right.
The Big Kitchen.
The table napkin is one of the items on this table, and it looks really nice. Someone watching there would love to know how, where they place it, how to use it, and stuff like that. I might know, but the viewer might not know. So kindly show us how to.
All right,
use it.
thank you so much. Okay, like before you place the napkin where it's supposed to be, at least you have to come out with a nice design depending on your art. So we have specific designs. As you can see, we have what we call a peacock. It's one of the best. I can't say that it is the best, but it is one of the best, as you can see. Okay, like this napkin, when a client takes a seat, after placing the order, you can simply pull it off from the table like this.
Oh,
So now, after pulling it off from the table, you shake it like this. It becomes loose.
okay.
So you just do like this. You don't overstay there, because there are some clients who are nervous when you're doing that, most especially when you're like the opposite sex.
Right.
So you have to keep on reading what is happening.
Right.
So that's where the napkin is supposed to be placed.
Okay.
Right.
I see some people putting it here.
So
Is that also allowed?
like if you feel that you're going to pour food, maybe like on your chest, I
Right.
think you can do that.
Oh.
But the other side is the
This is better.
best way.
Oh.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
That's taken.
The Big Kitchen.
Some of the other items on the table, we have the HP sauce, we have the US mustard, it's the American Garden, we have Heinz, this is ketchup, we have what we call garlic and chili, it is a good sauce, then we have what we call Tabasco, we have this pepper miller, it has peppercorns inside, you can simply grind them like this, as you can see, then on your food, they do have that good aroma.
Okay.
They make the food tasty. Then we have, this is olive oil. You can put it in your salad. Then we have what we call vinegar. So in case when the salads are not fine, they have that big potential of like killing germs.
Okay.
Then like when you make a table setup, you have to make sure that at least you have, these are toothpicks, which are needed by clients, most especially those ones who have taken like beef and chicken. Then you have to make sure that there is salt and pepper as a must, as you can see on this table.
So that is what it is.
Right.
This is what it is when you need
Right.
to have a beautiful table set up for dinner or lunch.
Exactly.
Guys, this is amazing. So what other criteria do we follow when we go for dinners or lunch?
Okay,
dates?
like when you come for a dinner, at least we have to make sure as service people that we are set. Some of the stuff you are supposed to be with, like as a waiter,
Right.
you have to be having what we call the big five.
The big five?
The big five, yeah.
Interesting.
We have this. This is a pen, as you can see. This is a notebook where you can put your orders. Because even if you're smart like how, without this, then you can end up messing around.
Absolutely.
Then you're supposed to have an opener, as in to open the drinks, because automatically you'll be serving sodas, beers.
And you can't open them from the behind the counter.
No.
You have to open them from here.
Like you take an opened beer or soda, the client will reject it.
Absolutely.
You have to open in front of the client. Then we have what we call the matchbox. It's right here. Like when someone wants to smoke a cigarette, it's you who is supposed to provide such. You can use this or a lighter, depending on what you have.
Right.
Lastly, you'll be having what we call, I think we shall improvise. This will be our waiter's cloth.
Okay.
This one has to be put on your hand, as you can see. And the purpose for this, in case when you get to the kitchen, they give you a plate which is hot, at least you can use this to hold the plate which is hot.
Right.
So once you have the big 5 with you automatically, you can make a good service.
A good service.
Right.
What makes your services unique from the rest of the hotels
Exactly.
in Entebbe?
Okay, when you come to Granada, the place is totally different, and I strongly believe that it could be the best in Uganda.
Right.
First of all, it has that old culture of Uganda hotels. It has well-trained staffs, including me.
Right.
Then,
He had to
then-
talk about himself. That's nice.
then
Uh,
before getting your food, the ambience,
right.
the best pool in Uganda, the only pool in Entebbe with a diving board, as you saw when you came in.
Right.
So when you come to Granada, automatically you'll be
Experience is totally unique and
you'll
magical.
be away from home, but still you'll feel at home. Automatically, if you have stress, you'll come out as if you're from a massage room. So
Oh.
that is the unique touch which is in Granada.
Right.
Right.
How do you handle a customer, a tough customer?
A tough customer.
Just in case you made a mistake serving them a meal they did not order, how do you handle that?
If someone happens to get annoyed over certain thing, the first thing you have to do, at least you have to say sorry, because the word sorry, there is a way how it calms someone down.
Absolutely.
Then after that, after saying sorry, you let the person explain either his complaint to you. So as the client is explaining to you, make sure that you are attentive, you're listening, and you have to keep on nodding your head. All right, sir. All right, sir. All right, sir. So when he looks at you, at least he can feel that there
The
is someone.
calmness and the courtesy that you're giving them.
Right.
Okay.
So after him explaining to you, you have to make sure you get a solution for that given problem.
Right.
That's what we always do within this hotel.
Right. All right. That's really interesting. I think we have a lot of things to talk about, but the time won't allow us to discuss all that. But we can always have you on the show and talk about more. Is there something that you would want to share to the viewers?
Clients who are outside there, like if you feel that you are fine, this is the right place. If you feel that you are not okay, you need some change within your mind, just come to Granada, Lake Victoria Hotel. By the time when you leave this hotel, automatically you will be a different person. So I understand some people think that they will be having like $1 million to come and have some good time within this hotel, but even with the little money you have, you can get good service, you can enjoy the good place. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. I am going to get something to eat there and use exactly these pieces here, these beautiful pieces, the cutlery here that he has showed us to have my meal. And I hope you guys loved every bit of it. At least we learned something to do. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Kindly send us a message on that WhatsApp number that's on your screen. Tell us your name, where you come from. Tell us what you would like to learn. I know so many students out there learning, institutes, and they would love to know these things. They would love to learn how to do this. I think this is a very good step for them to learn how to set up a table, and maybe those ones watching from home that would love to surprise their loved ones will know exactly what to do. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you again next Sunday, same place and time. Bye-bye.
The Big Kitchen.